Imagine standing on the edge of a misty forest, the trees towering like ancient guardians, their branches whispering secrets from long ago. In the shadows, you sense a presence, something ancient and powerful. Your heart races as you feel the ground tremble ever so slightly. The stories you've heard come flooding back, tales of beings both awe-inspiring and terrifying. These are the trolls of Norse mythology, creatures as old as the mountains, as mysterious as the darkest woods. Trolls are more than just monsters lurking in the shadows. They are a vital part of Norse mythology, woven into the fabric of the ancient stories that have shaped Scandinavian culture for centuries. These creatures are as complex as they are fearsome, embodying both the wild beauty and the untamed danger of the natural world. In Norse mythology, trolls come in many shapes and sizes, each with their own unique traits and abilities. Some are gigantic, towering over trees and boulders, their strength unmatched by any human. Others are smaller, more cunning, blending into their surroundings with an eerie ease. Their skin might be as rough as stone or as green as moss, their eyes glowing with an inner fire that speaks of ancient wisdom and untold power. These trolls are not mere figments of imagination. They represent the wild, unpredictable forces of nature that the Norse people lived with every day. The rugged landscapes of Scandinavia, with its dense forests, towering mountains, and deep fjords, were the perfect setting for these mythical beings. The trolls were a way for people to explain the unexplainable, to give shape to the fears and wonders that the natural world inspired. But trolls were not just symbols of nature's power. They also played a crucial role in the moral and social fabric of Norse society. Many tales of trolls carry lessons about the importance of respecting nature, the dangers of greed and arrogance, and the value of bravery and cunning. In some stories, trolls are depicted as antagonists, challenging heroes and testing their strength and wits. In others, they are more neutral, even helpful, guiding lost travelers or guarding hidden treasures. The cultural significance of trolls extends beyond their mythological roots. Over the centuries, these creatures have become a beloved part of Scandinavian folklore, appearing in countless stories, poems, and songs. They have inspired artists and writers, their fearsome visages captured in paintings, sculptures, and literature. The image of the troll has evolved, but their essence remains the same, a symbol of the wild, untamed spirit of the land and the people who inhabit it. Trolls are often depicted living in remote, isolated places, far from human settlements. They might inhabit dark caves deep within the mountains, or build their homes in the heart of ancient forests. Some are said to live under bridges, waiting to challenge anyone who dares to cross. These locations are not chosen at random, they reflect the troll's connection to the wild, untamed parts of the world, places that humans might fear or respect but rarely understand. In many stories, trolls are portrayed as guardians of nature, protecting their homes from those who would harm or exploit them. They are fiercely territorial, defending their domains with a ferocity that matches their formidable strength. This aspect of their character can be seen as a reflection of the Norse people's own relationship with their environment. Living in a harsh, often unforgiving landscape, they would have understood the need to respect and protect the natural world, even as they sought to survive within it. Trolls also embody the mystery and magic of the natural world. They are often associated with ancient, hidden knowledge, possessing wisdom and skills that humans can only dream of. In some tales, they are skilled craftsmen, capable of creating weapons and tools of incredible power. In others, they possess magical abilities, able to shapeshift, control the elements, or cast powerful spells. This magical aspect of trolls adds another layer to their cultural significance, highlighting the Norse people's belief in a world filled with unseen forces and supernatural beings. Despite their fearsome reputation, trolls are not always evil. In some stories, they are depicted as more complex, even sympathetic characters. They might help those who show them kindness or respect, offering guidance, protection, or gifts in return. This duality reflects the Norse understanding of the natural world as both beautiful and dangerous, a source of life and a force to be reckoned with. Trolls have also played a role in shaping the moral landscape of Norse culture. Many stories involving trolls carry moral lessons, teaching values such as bravery, cleverness, and humility. Heroes who face trolls must often use their wits as well as their strength, outsmarting their foes rather than simply overpowering them. These tales remind us that true strength lies not just in physical power, but in wisdom, courage, and resilience. The impact of trolls on Scandinavian culture can still be seen today. They remain a popular subject in literature, art, and media, their image evolving but never fading. Modern interpretations of trolls can be found in everything from children's books and movies to video games and fantasy novels. These contemporary depictions often blend traditional elements with new, imaginative twists, keeping the legend of the trolls alive for new generations. In this way, trolls continue to capture our imaginations, connecting us to a time when the world was a place of mystery and magic. They remind us of the power and beauty of nature, the importance of respecting the world around us, and the enduring strength of the stories that shape our cultures and our lives. As long as we tell their tales, the trolls of Norse mythology will live on, their presence felt in the whisper of the wind, the rustle of leaves, and the shadowy depths of the ancient forests. Close your eyes and feel the chill of the northern winds as they sweep across the ancient, rugged lands of Scandinavia. The air is thick with the whispers of old tales, stories passed down through generations, each one carrying the echoes of a time when the world was filled with magic and mystery. In these tales, among the gods and heroes, there are beings of immense power and ancient origin, the trolls. The origins of trolls are as misty and elusive as the creatures themselves. They are said to have existed since the beginning of time, born from the very fabric of the earth and the wild landscapes that shaped the Norse world. These beings, with their fearsome strength and mystical powers, have always been part of the world's natural order, representing the untamed forces of nature that humans both revered and feared. One of the earliest stories tells of Ymir, the primordial giant from whom the world was created. In the darkness of Ginnungagap, the vast emptiness before the world's creation, Ymir emerged from the melting ice. As he slept, strange beings sprang from his body. These were the first trolls, ancient and powerful, born from the chaotic energies of the primordial giant. From these beginnings, trolls became intertwined with the very essence of the world, their presence a reminder of the raw, untamed power that lay at the heart of creation. As the gods shaped the world from Ymir's body, trolls found their homes in the rugged landscapes that emerged. They settled in the mountains, forests, and deep underground caverns, far from the realms of men and gods. These early trolls were not merely monsters, they were spirits of the land, guardians of nature, embodying its beauty and its dangers. They were the keepers of ancient wisdom and primal magic, their existence a testament to the power and mystery of the natural world. As time passed, the stories of trolls evolved, reflecting the changing beliefs and experiences of the Norse people. In the early sagas, trolls were often depicted as fierce and formidable opponents, challenging heroes with their immense strength and cunning. These tales spoke of epic battles and cunning tricks, where heroes had to use both brawn and brain to outsmart these formidable foes. Trolls became symbols of the unknown and the unpredictable, embodying the challenges and dangers that people faced in their daily lives. One such tale is that of Thor, the mighty god of thunder, and his encounters with trolls. In one story, Thor journeys to the land of the giants, Jotunheim, where he faces a series of challenges set by the trolls and giants. These tests of strength and wit highlight the trolls' role as both adversaries and gatekeepers, beings who could test the mettle of even the greatest of gods. The stories of Thor's battles with trolls resonated with the Norse people, reflecting their own struggles against the forces of nature and the unknown. But not all tales of trolls are of conflict. In some stories, trolls are portrayed as wise and ancient beings, possessing knowledge and powers that could aid those who showed them respect. These tales often speak of humans who, through kindness or cunning, gain the favor of a troll and receive magical gifts or secret knowledge. Such stories highlight the dual nature of trolls, both dangerous and benevolent, fierce protectors and wise teachers. They remind us that the natural world, much like the trolls themselves, is complex and multifaceted, demanding respect and understanding. As Christianity spread through Scandinavia, the perception of trolls began to change. The new religion brought different beliefs and values, often casting the old pagan beings in a darker light. Trolls, once seen as powerful spirits of the land, became demonized, associated with evil and chaos. They were portrayed as brutish, malevolent creatures, lurking in the shadows, preying on humans. This shift reflected the clash between old and new beliefs, as well as the changing social and cultural landscape of the time. Yet, even as their image darkened, trolls remained a significant part of folklore. Stories of trolls continued to be told, adapting to the new religious and cultural context. In some tales, trolls were said to turn to stone if exposed to sunlight, a transformation that symbolized the triumph of the new faith over the old pagan ways. These stories served as a bridge between the old and new worlds, keeping the memory of the trolls alive even as their roles and meanings evolved. In modern times, the legends of trolls have continued to evolve, finding new life in literature, art, and popular culture. They have become beloved figures, their stories captivating the imaginations of people around the world. From children's books to fantasy novels, trolls are depicted in a myriad of ways, each one adding to the rich tapestry of their myth. They are sometimes fearsome and grotesque, sometimes whimsical and endearing, but always imbued with a sense of ancient magic and mystery. The evolution of troll legends is a testament to the enduring power of these beings. They have survived the passage of time, adapting and transforming, yet always remaining true to their roots. Trolls remind us of the primal forces that shaped our world, the mysteries that lie hidden in the shadows, and the stories that connect us to our ancient past. As long as we tell their tales, the trolls will continue to live, their presence felt in the whisper of the wind, the rustle of leaves, and the shadowy depths of the ancient forests. In the stillness of a moonlit night, when the world is cloaked in shadow and silence, the forests and mountains of Scandinavia come alive with an ancient, almost palpable presence. It is here, in the heart of nature's most hidden corners, that trolls dwell. Their forms, as varied and mysterious as the landscapes they inhabit, have both fascinated and frightened those who dare to venture too close. Trolls, in their many shapes and sizes, are a sight to behold. Some are colossal, towering over trees, their heads brushing the sky. Their skin is rough and craggy, like the rocky cliffs and mountainsides they call home. These giant trolls have limbs as thick as ancient oaks, their strength unparalleled. They move with a slow, deliberate grace, each step a reminder of their immense power. Their eyes, often glowing with an eerie light, hold a wisdom and ancient sorrow that speaks of countless ages. Other trolls are smaller, more elusive, blending seamlessly with their surroundings. Forest trolls, for instance, are known for their moss-covered bodies, their skin a greenish hue that allows them to disappear into the dense foliage. Their eyes are sharp and cunning, ever watchful for intruders. They are swift and silent, moving through the underbrush without a sound, their presence felt more than seen. Some trolls are grotesque, their appearances reflecting the wild, untamed nature of their homes. Their faces might be twisted and gnarled, with long, hooked noses and sharp, protruding teeth. Their hair, tangled and matted, flows like wild vines around their heads. These trolls have long, claw-like fingers that can grasp and crush with terrifying ease. Despite their fearsome looks, there is a certain sad beauty to them, a reflection of the harsh and unforgiving landscapes they inhabit. Water trolls, or knocker, are another variation, inhabiting the lakes, rivers, and fjords of the Norse lands. Their skin is often a pale, bluish-gray, their hair flowing like waterweed. These trolls are known for their enchanting songs, luring unsuspecting travelers to a watery grave. Yet, even in their dangerous allure, there is a mesmerizing grace to their movements, a fluidity that speaks to the ever-changing nature of water itself. The differences between trolls and other mythical creatures are as pronounced as they are intriguing. Unlike the graceful elves or the mischievous sprites, trolls embody the raw, untamed power of nature. Elves are often depicted as slender, ethereal beings, with delicate features and a magical aura that radiates light and beauty. They are creatures of the air and the stars, representing the more gentle, nurturing aspects of the natural world. Trolls, on the other hand, are grounded, their forms hewn from the earth itself. They are the bones of the mountains, the roots of the ancient trees, the dark depths of the caves. Their magic is primal, wild, and unpredictable, much like the forces of nature they personify. Where elves might use their magic to heal and protect, trolls wield their powers with a fierceness that can both create and destroy. Compared to the elusive and often playful fairies, trolls are much more imposing and formidable. Fairies, with their tiny, delicate wings and sparkling dust, flit about with an air of whimsy and lightheartedness. They are creatures of the flowers and the meadows, bringing a touch of magic and wonder to the world. Trolls, however, are creatures of the shadows and the wild places, their presence a reminder of nature's darker, more dangerous side. Despite these differences, trolls share one common trait with many other mythical beings, a deep connection to the natural world. This connection is what makes them both feared and revered. They are the guardians of their domains, protecting the forests, mountains, and waters from those who would harm or disrespect them. This role as protectors adds a layer of complexity to their character, showing that even in their fearsome appearance, there is a purpose and a reason behind their actions. Trolls also have a keen sense of territory and are fiercely protective of their homes. This territorial nature sets them apart from many other mythical creatures who might wander freely or live in harmony with humans. Trolls, however, prefer isolation, their homes hidden away from prying eyes. They build their lairs in the most inaccessible places, deep within the mountains or in the heart of the forest, far from human settlements. This separation from the human world adds to their mystique, making encounters with trolls rare and often perilous. Their territoriality is not just about protection, but also about maintaining the balance of nature. Trolls understand the delicate equilibrium of their environments and act to preserve it. This can mean punishing those who exploit or harm the land, ensuring that the natural world remains in harmony. Their actions, though sometimes harsh, are driven by a deep respect and understanding of the natural order. The complexity of trolls' appearance and characteristics reflects the complexity of the natural world they inhabit. They are not merely monsters or villains, but embodiments of the wild, untamed beauty and power of nature. They remind us that the world is full of wonder and danger, and that to live in harmony with it, we must respect and understand its many facets. Through the stories and legends of trolls, we catch a glimpse of a world where magic is real, and the boundaries between the human and the natural blur, leaving us with a sense of awe and reverence for the ancient forces that shape our world. The forest is dense and ancient, its trees whispering secrets to those who listen closely. In the heart of this wilderness, where the light barely penetrates the canopy, lives a creature both mysterious and formidable. These are the trolls, the guardians of nature's most hidden corners. Their habitats, as varied as their forms, are places of profound beauty and raw, untamed power. Trolls make their homes in the most remote and inaccessible places. Deep within the mountains, they carve out vast caverns, their walls adorned with glittering gems and ancient runes. These underground lairs are both their sanctuaries and fortresses, protecting them from the curious eyes of humans. The air inside is cool and damp, filled with the earthy scent of stone and moss. Flickering torches cast eerie shadows on the walls, creating an atmosphere of both awe and fear. In the forests, trolls live among the towering trees, their homes hidden in the underbrush or within the hollow trunks of ancient oaks. These forest trolls blend seamlessly with their surroundings, their bodies covered in moss and leaves. Their homes are simple yet sturdy, constructed from fallen branches and stones, camouflaged so well that even the keenest eye might miss them. Here, they live in harmony with the wildlife, their presence felt more than seen. Near bodies of water, trolls can be found in caves by the rivers and lakes, or even beneath the surface, in underwater grottos. These water trolls are elusive, their homes shimmering with the reflection of sunlight on water. The sound of flowing water is a constant companion, a soothing melody that masks the troll's movements. These habitats are often lush and vibrant, teeming with aquatic life, and the trolls themselves are guardians of these precious ecosystems. The daily life of a troll is deeply connected to the rhythms of nature. They wake with the first light of dawn, though the sun's rays rarely reach their hidden homes. Their senses are keen, attuned to the slightest changes in their environment. A troll's day begins with a patrol of their territory, ensuring that no intruders have disturbed the delicate balance of their domain. Their movements are silent and deliberate, their eyes scanning for any signs of danger or disruption. Trolls are skilled hunters and gatherers, their diets varying with their habitats. Mountain trolls hunt the game that roams the high peaks, their strength and stealth making them formidable predators. Forest trolls forage for berries, roots, and mushrooms, their knowledge of edible plants vast and precise. Water trolls, with their swift movements, catch fish and other aquatic creatures, their skills honed over centuries. Despite their fearsome reputation, trolls are not mindless brutes. They possess a deep understanding of their environment, using their knowledge to survive and thrive. They are skilled craftsmen, creating tools and weapons from the materials at hand. Stones, bones, and wood are fashioned into objects of both beauty and utility, their designs reflecting the troll's intimate connection with nature. In the evenings, trolls gather around their fires, sharing stories and songs that echo through the night. These gatherings are filled with a sense of camaraderie and kinship, a rare glimpse into the more social aspects of their lives. They speak in low, rumbling voices, their language a mix of ancient words and guttural sounds. Their stories are of great battles, legendary heroes, and the mysteries of the natural world, passed down through generations. Trolls are also deeply spiritual beings, their beliefs intertwined with the land they protect. They hold sacred rituals to honor the spirits of the earth, water, and sky, their ceremonies both solemn and powerful. These rituals are often conducted in secret, deep within their hidden sanctuaries, away from the prying eyes of humans. Through these practices, trolls seek to maintain the balance of nature, calling upon ancient powers to aid them in their guardianship. In the prose Edda, trolls are depicted as formidable and often malevolent beings. One of the most notable mentions is in the tale of Skaldskaparmal, where the giant Hrungnir is described. Though not explicitly called a troll, Hrungnir embodies many of the traits associated with these creatures: immense strength, a fierce temper, and a deep-seated enmity toward the gods. Hrungnir's confrontation with Thor is a clash of titanic forces, a battle that shakes the very foundations of the world. Thor, the thunder god, with his mighty hammer Mjolnir, faces Hrungnir in a duel that is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. The raw power of the troll-like giant and the courage of the god create a story that resonates with the primal forces of nature, reminding us of the delicate balance between order and chaos. Another significant tale in the prose Edda is the story of Geirrid, a giant who shares many characteristics with trolls. Geirrid captures Loki and forces him to lure Thor into a deadly trap. This tale is filled with tension and danger, as Thor, stripped of his hammer, must rely on his wits and strength to survive. Geirrid's lair is a place of darkness and treachery, reflecting the malevolent nature of its inhabitant. The fear and suspense in this story are palpable, as Thor's life hangs by a thread. The encounter with Geirrid is a testament to the cunning and ruthlessness often attributed to trolls, painting them as beings who revel in the suffering of others. The prose Edda also tells of the Jotnar, a race of giants who share many similarities with trolls. These beings, often residing in Jotunheim, the land of giants, are depicted as ancient and powerful, their origins stretching back to the dawn of time. Among them is the giantess Angrboda, the mother of Loki's monstrous children, Fenrir, the great wolf, Jormungandr, the world serpent, and Hel, the ruler of the underworld. Angrboda's story is one of sorrow and power, her offspring destined to play pivotal roles in the fate of the gods. Her character embodies the raw, untamed aspects of nature, her presence a reminder of the inevitable march of destiny and the intertwining of the monstrous and the divine. In interpreting these myths, trolls emerge as embodiments of the natural world's wild and unpredictable forces. They are neither wholly evil nor entirely good, but exist in a gray area where their actions are driven by their nature and circumstances. This complexity is evident in the way trolls interact with gods and humans alike. They are both adversaries and catalysts, their presence pushing the characters to their limits and beyond. Trolls in the prose Edda are also deeply symbolic. They represent the fears and uncertainties of the natural world, the unknown dangers that lurk in the wilderness. Their strength and cunning make them formidable foes, but their stories also highlight the resilience and bravery of those who face them. In this way, trolls serve as a mirror to human nature, reflecting both our darkest fears and our greatest strengths. The emotional impact of these tales is profound. The fear and awe inspired by trolls are palpable, their presence a constant reminder of the fragile balance between civilization and the wild. Yet, there is also a sense of wonder and respect for these beings, an acknowledgement of their power and place in the world. The stories of trolls in the Prose Edda evoke a range of emotions, from fear and suspense to admiration and awe, capturing the essence of the human experience in the face of the unknown. Through the lens of the Prose Edda, trolls are not mere monsters but complex beings with their own motivations and desires. They are guardians of the wild, protectors of the ancient ways, and symbols of the raw power of nature. Their tales are a testament to the enduring power of myth, the way stories can capture the imagination and speak to the deepest parts of our soul. As the northern lights dance across the sky, casting their ethereal glow over the frozen landscape, the stories of trolls continue to resonate. They remind us of the ancient forces that shaped our world and the timeless dance between order and chaos. The Prose Edda, with its vivid depictions of these enigmatic beings, offers a window into a world where the boundaries between the human and the mythical blur, leaving us with a sense of wonder and awe. Through its pages, we are transported to a time when the world was young, and the trolls roamed the land, their stories echoing through the ages, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the timeless allure of the unknown. In the stillness of the Scandinavian night, where the wind whispers through ancient forests and the mountains stand as silent sentinels, tales of trolls come alive in the sagas. These stories, passed down through generations, are rich with the imagery and emotion that make Norse literature so captivating. The sagas, with their vivid descriptions and dramatic narratives, bring to life a world where trolls walk among gods and men, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of myth and legend. One of the most haunting tales is that of Greta the Strong, a saga that recounts the life and exploits of its eponymous hero. In this story, Greta faces off against Glam, a shepherd who, after his death, returns as a draugr, a kind of undead being often associated with trolls. Glam's haunting presence brings terror to the farm where he once worked, his ghostly form towering and menacing. The confrontation between Greta and Glam is intense and chilling, the struggle between hero and monster a dance of strength and will. When Greta finally defeats Glam, he is cursed with a life of fear and misfortune, a testament to the lingering power of troll-like entities in the sagas. The saga of Rolf Kraki also features trolls in its fantastical narrative. This epic tale tells of Rolf Kraki, a legendary Danish king, and his encounters with various supernatural beings, including trolls. One memorable episode involves Bodvar Bjarki, one of Rolf's champions, who battles a monstrous troll in a cave. The fight is brutal and raw, capturing the primal fear and courage that such encounters evoke. The troll, with its immense strength and ferocity, represents the wild and untamed forces of nature that heroes like Bodvar must confront and overcome. In the legendary tale of Eroad, trolls appear as both adversaries and symbols of the wild unknown. Eroad, a hero destined for a long and adventurous life, encounters trolls on several occasions, each meeting testing his bravery and resourcefulness. One of the most gripping encounters occurs when Odd faces a troll woman in the wilderness. Their battle is fierce, filled with the raw energy of life and death struggles. The troll woman, with her otherworldly strength and cunning, embodies the challenges that heroes must face to fulfill their destinies. The saga of Brar Saga Snæfellsas tells the story of Brr, a half-troll, half-human chieftain who lives in the Snæfellsnes Peninsula. Brr's dual nature reflects the complex relationship between humans and trolls in Norse mythology. His character is both powerful and tragic, a protector of his people and a being set apart by his troll heritage. The saga explores themes of identity and belonging, as Brr grapples with his place in the world. His story is one of loyalty and sacrifice, his troll nature giving him strength but also isolating him from those he loves. The saga of Orstian Ugzafoder includes the tale of a troll woman who terrorizes a region until she is defeated by the hero Orstian. This saga, like many others, uses the figure of the troll to symbolize the dangers lurking in the untamed wilds. Thorstein's victory over the troll woman is not just a physical triumph, but a metaphorical conquest of order over chaos. The troll, with her fearsome appearance and destructive power, represents the natural forces that threaten human society, and Thorstein's heroism lies in his ability to restore balance. The impact of trolls on Norse literature is profound, their presence in the sagas serving as a symbol of the wild, the unknown, and the primal forces of nature. These tales capture the imagination, evoking emotions of fear, awe, and respect. The trolls in these stories are not mere monsters, but complex characters that reflect the struggles and triumphs of the human condition. Through the sagas, trolls become more than just mythical creatures, they are embodiments of the natural world's untamed aspects. Their interactions with heroes highlight the eternal struggle between civilization and the wilderness, order and chaos. The fear and awe they inspire are a testament to their enduring power in the collective imagination, their stories resonating with the primal instincts that lie within us all. The emotional depth of these tales is enhanced by the rich descriptions and vivid imagery that bring trolls to life. The sagas paint them in broad strokes, their immense size and strength contrasting with the fragile humanity of their opponents. Yet, within these encounters, there is also a sense of respect for the trolls' power and the mysteries they represent. The heroes' victories are hard-won, their battles against trolls a testament to their courage and resilience. In the end, the sagas featuring trolls are more than just stories of monsters and heroes. They are reflections of the human experience, capturing the timeless themes of struggle, bravery, and the quest for understanding in a world filled with unknowns. The trolls, with their formidable presence and multifaceted nature, serve as powerful symbols of the challenges and mysteries that define the human journey. Through their tales, we are reminded of the strength and resilience needed to face the wild forces of nature and the depths of our own fears. In the heart of the rugged Scandinavian mountains, where the peaks kiss the sky and the air is crisp with the scent of pine, legends whisper of ancient beings who call these heights their home. These are the mountain trolls, towering and formidable, their presence woven into the very fabric of the land. The stories of these trolls are as awe-inspiring as the mountains they inhabit, filled with the raw power of nature and the mysteries of the old world. Mountain trolls are known for their immense size and strength. Their bodies are said to be as hard as the rocks they dwell among, their skin often described as rough and weathered, blending seamlessly with the stone. Their eyes gleam with a fierce intelligence, a reminder that these beings are more than mere beasts. Legends speak of trolls as tall as trees, their footsteps causing the ground to tremble and their voices echoing like thunder through the valleys. They are creatures of the earth, their presence a testament to the untamed wilderness that shapes their existence. One of the most famous tales involving mountain trolls is that of Duality, the king of the mountain, from Henrik Ibsen's play Peer Gynt. In this story, Peer Gynt encounters Duality in a fantastical dreamlike sequence. The Troll King, with his grotesque and imposing figure, represents the primal, unrefined aspects of nature. His court is filled with other trolls, each more bizarre and fearsome than the last. The encounter is surreal and terrifying, reflecting the deep-seated fears and wonders that trolls embody. The Mountain Troll King's domain is a place where human norms and realities blur, creating a world that is both enchanting and horrifying. Another poignant story is that of the trolls of Jotunheim, the land of giants. Among these trolls, some are said to possess magical powers, their wisdom and age giving them knowledge beyond human understanding. They are guardians of ancient secrets, their existence intertwined with the forces of nature. The trolls of Jotunheim are often depicted as solitary beings, their lives bound to the rhythms of the mountains and the seasons. Their interactions with humans are rare and fraught with danger, their motives inscrutable and their power immense. One such tale is the legend of the troll woman who guards a hidden treasure in a mountain cave. Many have tried to claim this treasure, lured by the promise of wealth and glory, but few have succeeded. The troll woman, with her piercing eyes and formidable strength, protects the treasure with fierce determination. She is a symbol of the mountain's enduring mystery and the hidden riches they hold. Her story is one of caution, a reminder that not all that glitters is meant to be claimed and that some secrets are best left undisturbed. Mountain trolls are also known for their interactions with the natural world. They are said to be able to control the weather, summoning storms and avalanches to protect their domains. Their connection to the earth is profound, their very existence a reflection of the mountain's majesty and peril. In some stories, trolls are seen as protectors of the land, their presence ensuring that the natural balance is maintained. They are both feared and respected, their power a reminder of the forces that shape the world. The cultural significance of mountain trolls in Scandinavian folklore cannot be overstated. They are more than just mythical creatures, they are embodiments of the natural world's raw, untamed power. Their stories reflect the awe and reverence that the mountains inspire, their presence a testament to the mysteries that lie beyond human understanding. Mountain trolls are symbols of the wilderness, their tales a reminder of the delicate balance between humanity and nature. These trolls also serve as cautionary figures in folklore. Their formidable presence and unpredictable nature warn against hubris and the folly of challenging the natural world. The stories of those who encounter trolls often end in tragedy or transformation, the humans forever changed by their brush with these ancient beings. The trolls' ability to shapeshift and manipulate their surroundings adds to their mystique, making them both feared adversaries and enigmatic guardians. In some tales, mountain trolls are depicted as tragic figures, their lives marked by solitude and an eternal connection to the land. Their existence is bound to the mountains, their fates intertwined with the natural world. These stories evoke a sense of melancholy, a recognition of the trolls' enduring presence and the sacrifices they make to protect their domains. The troll's isolation is a poignant reminder of the loneliness that often accompanies great power and responsibility. The legacy of mountain trolls continues to influence modern culture, their stories resonating with the primal instincts and emotions that lie within us all. They are reminders of the wild beauty and danger of the natural world, their tales capturing the imagination and evoking a sense of wonder and fear. The mountains, with their towering peaks and hidden valleys, remain a place of mystery and magic, their stories of trolls echoing through the ages. As the sun sets behind the jagged peaks, casting long shadows over the land, the stories of mountain trolls come alive once more. They are guardians of the old ways, their presence a testament to the enduring power of nature and the mysteries that lie hidden in the heart of the mountains. Through their tales, we are reminded of the awe-inspiring beauty and danger of the natural world, the troll's formidable presence a symbol of the ancient forces that continue to shape our world. In the depths of the ancient, whispering forests of Scandinavia, where the canopy is dense and sunlight only filters through in dappled patches, tales of forest trolls come alive. These beings, hidden among the towering trees and thick underbrush, are as much a part of the forest as the roots and leaves. The legends of forest trolls are steeped in mystery and wonder, painting a picture of creatures both fearsome and fascinating. Forest trolls are often described as smaller and more cunning than their mountain-dwelling counterparts. Their appearance blends seamlessly with their environment, their skin taking on the hues of moss, bark, and earth. They are said to have long, gnarled fingers, perfect for navigating the dense foliage and crafting intricate traps. Their eyes, glowing with an otherworldly light, peer out from the shadows, watching the movements of the forest and its inhabitants. These trolls are masters of camouflage, their presence often revealed only by the rustle of leaves or the snap of a twig. One of the most enduring legends of forest trolls is the story of the Huldra, a beautiful yet elusive troll woman. She appears as a stunning maiden, luring unsuspecting travelers deeper into the forest with her enchanting voice. Yet, her beauty is only a facade, for her true nature is revealed by her tail, often hidden beneath her garments. Those who fall under her spell are said to be lost forever, wandering the forest in a daze or becoming part of the trees themselves. The Huldra embodies the forest's allure and danger, her legend a cautionary tale about the perils of straying too far from the beaten path. Another tale tells of the Skáksra, a forest spirit and guardian. Unlike the Huldra, the Skáksra is more protective of her domain, punishing those who harm the forest or disrespect its creatures. She can appear as a beautiful woman from the front, but her back is hollow like a rotten tree. The Skog's dual nature reflects the forest's ability to nurture and punish, her presence a reminder of the respect owed to the natural world. Hunters and woodsmen would often leave offerings for the Skogsra, hoping to gain her favor and avoid her wrath. The legend of the Mylingar, ghostly children born of tragedy and abandonment, also intertwines with tales of forest trolls. These spectral beings haunt the forest, their wails echoing through the trees. Forest trolls, in some stories, are said to be the caretakers of these lost souls, guiding them to rest or protecting them from further harm. This connection adds a layer of melancholy to the troll's character, portraying them not just as fearsome creatures, but also as guardians of the forest's hidden sorrows. Forest trolls are deeply woven into the fabric of Scandinavian folklore, their stories reflecting the culture's deep connection to nature. The trolls embody the forest's mysteries and dangers, their presence a testament to the wild, untamed beauty of the natural world. These tales often served as moral lessons, teaching respect for nature and caution in the face of the unknown. The troll's cunning and trickery remind us that the forest is not just a place of beauty, but also one of hidden perils. In folklore, forest trolls are often depicted as both helpers and hindrances to humans. In some stories, they assist those who show respect to the forest, guiding lost travelers back to safety or revealing hidden paths. In others, they play tricks on those who are careless or disrespectful, leading them astray or causing them to become hopelessly lost. This duality reflects the unpredictable nature of the forest itself, a place of both wonder and danger. The influence of forest trolls extends beyond the boundaries of Scandinavia, their legends inspiring tales of similar creatures in other cultures. The idea of forest-dwelling beings who protect and inhabit the wild places of the world is a universal theme, resonating with our innate fear and fascination with the unknown. Forest trolls, with their blend of beauty and danger, embody the essence of the untamed wilderness, their stories a testament to the enduring power of nature's mysteries. In the quiet moments of dusk, as the forest settles into the stillness of night, one can almost hear the whispers of the trolls among the trees. Their legends live on in the rustling leaves and the distant calls of nocturnal creatures, a reminder of the ancient tales that have shaped our understanding of the natural world. Forest trolls, with their enigmatic presence, continue to captivate our imaginations, their stories evoking a sense of wonder and respect for the hidden depths of the forest. The sound of a babbling brook or the crash of ocean waves carries more than just the rhythm of nature. It whispers tales of ancient beings, creatures of the deep and dark waters, known as water trolls. These mysterious and often misunderstood beings are an integral part of Norse mythology, their stories flowing like the very waters they inhabit. Water trolls, or vatnatroll, possess unique features that set them apart from their land-dwelling cousins. Their skin often shimmers with a damp, almost slippery texture, blending seamlessly with the aquatic environment. They are said to have webbed fingers and toes, their limbs elongated and graceful, allowing them to move effortlessly through water. Their eyes, deep and reflective like the surface of a still lake, hold the secrets of the underwater world. These trolls are often described as having hair like seaweed, long and flowing, trailing behind them as they swim. Their voices, though rarely heard by human ears, are rumored to be hauntingly beautiful, echoing the melodies of the water. One of the most poignant tales of water trolls is that of the Nykk, or Neck, a water spirit who lures humans to their watery demise with enchanting music. The Nykk is often depicted as a handsome young man or a beautiful woman, playing a fiddle or harp by the water's edge. Those who hear the music are irresistibly drawn to it, mesmerized by its beauty, only to be pulled under the water's surface, never to be seen again. This tale, while tragic, highlights the dual nature of water trolls, both captivating and dangerous, embodying the unpredictable and often treacherous nature of water itself. Another notable story is that of the Draugen, a ghostly water troll that haunts the seas. The Draugen is said to be the restless spirit of a drowned sailor, its presence heralded by a chilling wail that echoes across the waves. Described as a skeletal figure clad in tattered, seaweed-covered clothes, the Draugen rises from the depths on stormy nights, seeking revenge on the living. Sailors and fishermen who encounter the Draugen are often driven mad by its terrifying visage, their minds unraveling like a ship caught in a relentless storm. The Dragon's tale serves as a stark reminder of the perils of the sea and the price of disrespecting its power. In some legends, water trolls are portrayed as protectors of hidden treasures beneath the water. These trolls guard their treasures fiercely, using their cunning and strength to ward off those who seek to steal from them. One such tale is that of the Fosgrim, a water spirit who dwells near waterfalls. The Fosgrim is a master musician, capable of playing the most beautiful and haunting melodies on his fiddle. Those who wish to learn his music must first bring him an offering, a sacrificial goat or a plate of rich food. If the offering pleases him, the Fosgrim will teach the person to play as beautifully as he does. This story highlights the themes of sacrifice and reward, emphasizing the importance of respecting the mystical forces of nature. The role of water trolls in Norse mythology extends beyond their individual tales. They embody the essential characteristics of water, its beauty, its danger, and its mysteries. Water is a source of life, a place of deep reflection, and, at times, a symbol of death. The water trolls reflect this complexity, their stories reminding us of the dual nature of the element they represent. They are both creators and destroyers, their actions dictated by the ever-changing moods of the water. Water trolls also serve as guardians of the natural world, their presence a reminder of the delicate balance that exists between humanity and nature. They protect the waters from those who seek to exploit or harm them, their actions driven by a deep connection to their environment. This protective nature is reflected in stories where water trolls punish those who pollute or disrespect the waterways, their retribution swift and unforgiving. These tales serve as a moral lesson, emphasizing the importance of preserving and respecting the natural world. In the stillness of a moonlit lake or the roar of a mighty waterfall, the presence of water trolls can almost be felt. They are the spirits of the water, their stories echoing through the ages, a testament to the power and mystery of the aquatic world. Their legends continue to captivate and caution, their voices a haunting reminder of the beauty and peril that lies beneath the water's surface. The influence of water trolls extends beyond Norse mythology, their stories resonating with cultures around the world. The idea of water-dwelling beings who guard and haunt the waters is a universal theme, reflecting humanity's deep-seated fascination and fear of the unknown depths. Water trolls, with their unique blend of beauty and danger, embody the essence of this fascination, their tales a testament to the enduring power of nature's mysteries. As you stand by the edge of a tranquil lake or watch the waves crash against the shore, remember the tales of the water trolls. Their presence is a reminder of the ancient stories that have shaped our understanding of the natural world. The trolls' haunting beauty and formidable power continue to capture our imaginations, their legends a testament to the timeless allure of the water. In the mist-shrouded moors of ancient Scandinavia, there lurked a creature whose name still echoes through the annals of legend and literature, Grendel. The monster's tale is one of terror and tragedy, a story that has haunted the imaginations of countless generations. Grendel's tale begins with the Great Hall of Heorot, a place of light and joy, where King Hrothgar and his warriors would gather to celebrate their victories. But amidst their feasting and laughter, a dark presence loomed. Grendel, driven by an insatiable rage and envy, was tormented by the sounds of their happiness. Night after night, the monster crept from the shadows of the moors, slipping into Heorot to wreak havoc. He would snatch warriors from their beds, dragging them to his lair, leaving blood and sorrow in his wake. Grendel's appearance was the stuff of nightmares. His massive, misshapen form was covered in a tough, hide-like skin. His eyes burned with a malevolent glow, and his teeth were sharp and unforgiving. He moved with a silent, predatory grace, his every step a harbinger of doom. The mere sight of him struck fear into the hearts of even the bravest warriors. For 12 long years, Grendel's reign of terror continued, casting a shadow over Heorot and its people. King Hrothgar, once a mighty and fearless leader, was brought to his knees, his hall of joy transformed into a place of dread. The warriors of Heorot were no match for the beast, their swords and spears failing to pierce his impenetrable hide. Desperation and despair took hold, as hope seemed a distant memory. Then came Beowulf, a hero of legendary strength and courage. Hearing of Hrothgar's plight, he sailed across the sea with his band of loyal men, determined to face the monster. Unlike the others, Beowulf sought no weapons for this battle. He knew that Grendel's skin was impervious to iron and steel. Instead, he relied on his sheer strength and the power of his will. On the night of their fateful encounter, Beowulf lay in wait in Heard, his muscles coiled like steel springs. When Grendel slipped into the hall, his eyes gleaming with malice, he found not the helpless victims he expected, but a warrior ready to meet him. The struggle between Beowulf and Grendel was titanic, a clash of raw power and primal fury. Beowulf's grip was like iron, unyielding, as he wrestled the beast. Grendel, for all his strength, found himself overpowered by the hero's indomitable spirit. With a final, desperate wrench, Beowulf tore Grendel's arm from its socket, a victory that echoed with the force of destiny. Grendel, mortally wounded, fled to the darkness of his lair, where he would die, his blood mingling with the cold, unforgiving waters of the marsh. Here it was free from his terror, the hall once again a place of light and laughter. Yet, the story of Grendel did not end there. His mother, a creature of even greater ferocity, would seek vengeance, leading to another epic confrontation with Beowulf. The story of Grendel is more than just a tale of heroism and horror, it is a reflection of the human condition. Grendel, though monstrous, is not devoid of depth. His envy and rage stem from his exclusion, his inability to join the world of light and joy. He is a creature of the margins, condemned to the shadows, his every act a cry against his own isolation. In his monstrousness, there is a mirror of the darkest parts of the human soul, the parts that feel excluded, unloved, and driven to lash out in pain. Grendel's legacy extends far beyond the ancient epic of Beowulf. His story has been retold and reimagined through the centuries, each retelling adding new layers of meaning and nuance. In modern literature, Grendel has become a symbol of the outsider, the misunderstood and maligned. John Gardner's novel Grendel, for instance, presents the story from the monster's perspective, offering a profound exploration of his inner life and existential angst. This shift in perspective transforms Grendel from a mere monster into a tragic figure, a being caught in the web of his own nature and circumstances. The cultural impact of Grendel is vast, his tale resonating with themes of heroism, monstrosity, and the human struggle with darkness. In every retelling, the core of his story remains the clash between light and shadow, between joy and despair. Grendel's presence in literature and art serves as a reminder of the timeless battle within each of us, the struggle to overcome our inner demons and find a place in the world of light. Grendel's story, with its raw emotion and gripping drama, continues to captivate audiences. It speaks to our deepest fears and hopes, our longing for heroes to rise and confront the darkness. As long as there are tales of courage and conflict, Grendel will remain a powerful figure, a symbol of the shadows that lie in wait, and the enduring light that seeks to banish them. In the ancient tales of Norse mythology, there is a giant whose name still sends shivers down the spine of anyone who hears it, Hrungnir. This formidable figure, towering and fierce, embodies the raw power and untamed spirit of the giants who roamed the 9 worlds. His story is one of strength and bravado, but also of fate and downfall, capturing the very essence of the mythic struggle between gods and giants. Hrungnir's story begins with a fateful encounter. One day, the mighty Thor, god of thunder, found himself crossing paths with Hrungnir. Proud and unyielding, Hrungnir challenged Thor, his boastful nature masking a deep-seated need to prove himself. He declared that he could defeat any of the gods, a claim that echoed through the halls of Asgard and stirred the fires of confrontation. Hrungnir was no ordinary giant. His body was as strong as stone, and his heart was said to be made of unyielding rock. His head was a mountain of hardness, and his weapon, a colossal whetstone, struck fear into the hearts of even the bravest warriors. With every step he took, the ground trembled, and his voice roared like a thunderstorm across the land. He was a force of nature, a living embodiment of the wild, untamed aspects of the world. Thor, never one to back down from a challenge, accepted Hrungnir's boast. The two agreed to meet for a duel in Jotunheim, the land of the giants, a place as wild and untamed as Hrungnir himself. The gods and giants alike gathered to witness this epic confrontation, the tension in the air palpable, as if the very fabric of the cosmos was holding its breath. The duel between Thor and Hrungnir was nothing short of legendary. As they faced each other, the sky darkened, and the earth quaked under the weight of their might. Hrungnir, wielding his massive whetstone, charged at Thor with all the fury of a storm. Thor, with his hammer Mjolnir in hand, met Hrungnir's charge head-on. The clash of their weapons was like the crash of thunder, a sound that echoed through the 9 worlds and beyond. Hrungnir fought with all his strength, but Thor's power was unmatched. With a mighty throw, Thor sent Mjolnir crashing into Hrungnir's head, shattering the whetstone and sending shards flying in all directions. Hrungnir fell to the ground, his immense form shaking the earth as he collapsed. His defeat was a testament to Thor's might, but also a reminder of the delicate balance between the forces of order and chaos. Hrungnir's significance in Norse mythology goes beyond his duel with Thor. He represents the primal forces of nature, the wild and unpredictable elements that the gods must constantly contend with. His strength and ferocity are a reflection of the raw power that exists beyond the orderly world of the gods. Yet, his story also serves as a cautionary tale about hubris and the inevitable fall that comes with challenging the divine. The myth of Hrungnir has been interpreted in many ways throughout history. Some see it as a symbolic representation of the struggle between civilization and the wild, the eternal battle between the forces of order and chaos. Hrungnir's stone-like body and heart are seen as metaphors for the immovable, unchangeable aspects of nature, while Thor's victory symbolizes the triumph of human ingenuity and strength over the untamed world. Others view Hrungnir's story as a reflection of the Norse belief in fate and destiny. Despite his immense power, Hrungnir could not escape his destined defeat at the hands of Thor. His downfall is a reminder of the inevitability of fate, a theme that runs deep in Norse mythology. The gods themselves are subject to fate, and even the mightiest giants must bow to its will. Hrungnir's legacy lives on in the stories and legends that have been passed down through the generations. His tale is a reminder of the power and unpredictability of nature, as well as the strength and resilience of those who face it. It speaks to the courage and determination needed to confront the challenges that life presents, and the understanding that even the most powerful must eventually face their fate. The story of Hrungnir is one of awe and wonder, a tale that captures the imagination and stirs the soul. It is a story of strength and defiance, of the clash between gods and giants, and the eternal struggle between order and chaos. As long as there are stories to be told, Hrungnir's name will continue to resonate, a powerful symbol of the raw, untamed forces that shape our world and the courage it takes to stand against them. In the heart of Norse mythology lies the tale of Thrym, a giant whose story is as thrilling as it is important. Imagine a land where gods and giants coexist, often at odds, their interactions shaping the very fabric of the cosmos. Thrym, the giant king, stands tall in these tales, his actions reverberating through the annals of mythic history. Thrym's tale begins with an audacious act. One fateful day, Thor, the god of thunder, awoke to find his mighty hammer, Mjolnir, missing. This hammer was not just a weapon, it was a symbol of his power, a tool that maintained order and protected the gods from their enemies. The theft of Mjolnir sent shockwaves through Asgard, the realm of the gods, and panic quickly set in. Desperate to recover his hammer, Thor sought the wisdom of Loki, the trickster god known for his cunning and guile. Loki, with his quick wit, agreed to help and soon discovered that the hammer had been stolen by none other than Thrym, the king of the giants. Thrym, in his boldness, had buried Mjolnir deep within the earth, beneath his own fortress, and declared that he would only return it in exchange for the goddess Freya's hand in marriage. Thor and Loki approached Freya with the giant's demand, but the goddess of love and beauty was furious at the very suggestion. Her refusal left the gods in a dire predicament. How could they retrieve the hammer without sacrificing one of their own? It was Loki who devised a plan so outrageous that it might just work. Thor would disguise himself as Freya and infiltrate Thrym's hall. The thought of Thor, the mighty thunder god, dressed as a bride was as humorous as it was unthinkable, yet the gravity of their situation left them with little choice. With heavy hearts and stifled laughter, the gods prepared Thor for his unusual role. Draped in bridal finery and veiled to hide his identity, Thor set out with Loki, who would pose as his maid. Thrym, overjoyed at the prospect of marrying Freya, welcomed the disguised Thor with open arms. A grand feast was prepared in honor of the occasion. But it was during this feast that Thrym began to suspect that something was amiss. His bride-to-be consumed food and drink with the ferocity of a warrior, devouring entire oxen and drinking vast quantities of mead. When Thrym voiced his suspicions, Loki, ever quick on his feet, explained that Freya had not eaten for 8 days in anticipation of their wedding, hence her ravenous appetite. Thrym, placated by this explanation, proceeded with the ceremony, eager to finally claim his prize. As the wedding vows approached, Thrym called for Mjolnir to be brought forth and placed on the bride's lap as part of the ritual. The sight of his beloved hammer filled Thor with a surge of strength and fury. Grasping Mjolnir, Thor cast aside his disguise and revealed his true identity. The hall erupted in chaos as Thor unleashed his wrath upon the giants, striking down Thrym and his kin with the thunderous blows of his reclaimed hammer. Thrym's tale is more than just a story of deception and retribution, it is a reflection of the values and beliefs of the Norse people. The theft of Mjolnir represents the threat of chaos and disorder, while Thor's daring disguise and ultimate triumph symbolize the restoration of balance and justice. The story also highlights the cunning and resourcefulness of the gods, particularly Loki, whose cleverness often turns the tide in their favor. In literature, Thrym's story has been recounted in various forms, most notably in the Poetic Edda, a collection of Old Norse poems that serve as one of the primary sources of Norse mythology. The poem Rimskvia, or the Lay of Thrym, vividly describes the events of the tale, capturing the drama and humor of Thor's unconventional bridal adventure. This poem is not only a testament to the rich narrative tradition of the Norse, but also a window into the culture and worldview of the Viking Age. The impact of Thrym's story extends beyond its mythological origins, influencing later works of literature and art. The themes of disguise, cunning, and the struggle for power resonate across cultures and eras, finding echoes in countless stories and legends. Thrym himself, though a figure of opposition, embodies the complexities and contradictions of the giants in Norse mythology, powerful and proud, yet ultimately vulnerable to the gods' might. As the tale of Thrym continues to be told and retold, it serves as a reminder of the enduring power of myth to captivate and inspire. The story's blend of humor, tension, and triumph speaks to the universal human experience, inviting us to reflect on our own struggles and victories. Thrym's legacy, enshrined in the poetic verses of the Edda, lives on as a vibrant part of the rich tapestry of Norse mythology, a testament to the timeless allure of these ancient tales. In the ancient tales of Norse mythology, Thor, the thunder god, and the trolls are locked in a dramatic dance of conflict and rivalry. Picture a world where storms rage and mountains tremble, a place where Thor's mighty hammer, Mjolnir, is the only force standing between order and chaos. In this tumultuous landscape, the trolls, with their wild and unpredictable nature, frequently clash with Thor, creating stories that are as thrilling as they are profound. Thor's relationship with trolls is complex, marked by both conflict and a reluctant respect. The trolls, often depicted as brutish and uncouth beings, are the natural adversaries of the gods. They live in the rugged, untamed corners of the world, thriving in the shadows and challenging the gods' efforts to bring order to the cosmos. In this world of constant struggle, Thor stands as the protector of both gods and humans, using his formidable strength to battle these monstrous beings and restore balance. One of the most famous stories involving Thor and trolls begins with a classic confrontation. In a tale that is both humorous and harrowing, Thor finds himself in a dire situation when he encounters a powerful troll known as Hrungnir. Hrungnir, with his immense strength and imposing presence, challenges Thor, believing he can defeat the god of thunder. The clash between them is nothing short of legendary, with thunder echoing across the land as the two giants battle. In the end, Thor's might prevails, but not without a fierce struggle that tests his limits. Another gripping story takes place in the towering peaks of Jotunheim, where Thor faces a cunning troll named Thrym. This giant, bold and brazen, steals Thor's beloved hammer and demands the goddess Freya as ransom for its return. The theft of Mjolnir sends Thor into a desperate search, leading to a daring and unconventional plan. Disguised as a bride, Thor infiltrates Thrym's hall, where the god's true identity is revealed in a dramatic showdown. The tale is filled with tension and triumph, showcasing Thor's bravery and resourcefulness. The conflicts between Thor and the trolls often symbolize a larger battle between order and chaos, a theme that runs deep in Norse mythology. The trolls, with their chaotic nature and disdain for the gods, represent the wild, untamed forces that threaten the stability of the world. Thor's role as their adversary underscores his function as a guardian of order, a protector who fights against the darkness that seeks to engulf the realms. In these stories, Thor is not just a hero, but a symbol of resilience and determination. His battles with the trolls are more than mere conflicts. They are epic struggles that define the very nature of his character. Each victory is hard-won, a testament to his strength and unwavering commitment to protecting the world from the forces of chaos. The tales of Thor and trolls also reflect the human fascination with the unknown and the wild. The trolls, with their monstrous appearances and unpredictable behavior, embody the fears and challenges that lurk beyond the boundaries of civilization. Thor's confrontations with them are not just physical battles, but also symbolic struggles against the fears and uncertainties that lie in the dark corners of the world. As the stories of Thor and the trolls have been passed down through generations, they have continued to captivate the imagination. The drama and intensity of these tales, combined with the rich symbolism and larger-than-life characters, make them enduring examples of the power of myth to engage and inspire. Through his battles with the trolls, Thor becomes a timeless hero, a figure who stands against the forces of chaos and embodies the spirit of courage and resilience. In these stories, the relationship between Thor and the trolls is defined by conflict and contrast. The trolls are wild and unpredictable, while Thor represents the strength and stability of the gods. Their battles are epic and emotional, reflecting the deeper themes of struggle and triumph that are central to Norse mythology. Each story involving Thor and trolls is a vivid reminder of the timeless power of myth to capture the imagination and convey profound truths about the world and the human spirit. In the heart of Norse mythology, Odin stands as a figure of immense wisdom and power, a god who roams the world in search of knowledge and understanding. His interactions with the trolls are as intense and profound as his quest for wisdom, painting a vivid picture of the eternal struggle between order and chaos. These encounters, rich with drama and emotion, reveal much about Odin's character and the complex nature of the mythical beings he faces. One particularly gripping tale features Odin's encounter with a formidable troll giant named Skrymir. In this story, Odin, along with his companions Thor and Loki, finds themselves traveling through a vast and uncharted wilderness. They come across Skrymir, a giant whose size and strength are beyond imagination. At first, the giant's playful challenges seem like mere tricks, but as the story unfolds, it becomes clear that Skrymir's might is genuine and terrifying. In one dramatic moment, Skrymir and his companions find themselves resting under a giant oak tree, where they attempt to open their provisions. When the giant's bags seem impossible to open, the gods realize that Skrymir has been hiding his true power all along. The giant's casual manner conceals a strength so immense that even the gods might seem insignificant in comparison. Skrymir's seemingly harmless demeanor turns into a terrifying revelation, challenging the gods in ways they had never imagined. Another poignant story involves Odin's search for wisdom and knowledge through cunning and bravery. The giant Mimir, who guards the Well of Wisdom, becomes a central figure in this tale. Mimir's well is said to contain the secrets of the cosmos, and Odin, in his relentless pursuit of knowledge, seeks Mimir's counsel. But Mimir, with his deep connection to the mysteries of the world, is no easy ally. He demands a high price for his knowledge. Odin must sacrifice one of his own eyes to drink from the well and gain the wisdom he so desperately seeks. Odin's sacrifice of his eye, a symbol of his willingness to give up anything for wisdom, highlights the profound nature of his interactions with the giants and trolls. It underscores the idea that knowledge comes at a great cost, and that even the gods must grapple with their own limitations and desires. This sacrifice marks a pivotal moment in Odin's legend, a powerful reminder of the lengths to which he will go to achieve his goals. The trolls in Odin's myths are not just antagonists, they are reflections of the chaotic and unpredictable forces that challenge even the greatest of gods. They embody the wild, untamed aspects of the world that Odin must confront in his quest for understanding. Their interactions with Odin reveal the struggles between the orderly world of the gods and the chaotic nature of the giants. Each encounter is a reminder of the delicate balance between order and chaos, and the eternal struggle to maintain that balance. Odin's relationship with these trolls also emphasizes his role as a god who constantly seeks to expand his knowledge and influence. The giants and trolls represent obstacles to his quest, forces that he must overcome to achieve his goals. These stories not only showcase Odin's strength and determination, but also highlight the broader themes of struggle, sacrifice, and the pursuit of wisdom. The myths surrounding Odin and the trolls are filled with emotional depth and dramatic intensity. They capture the essence of Odin's character, a god who, despite his immense power, must face challenges that test his limits and force him to confront the darker aspects of the world. These encounters are not merely battles, they are profound and symbolic struggles that reflect the deeper truths of existence. Through his interactions with the trolls, Odin emerges as a figure of profound complexity. He is a god who navigates a world filled with both wonder and danger, a being whose quest for knowledge and understanding leads him to confront the wild and unpredictable forces that lurk in the shadows. These stories, rich in emotion and drama, paint a vivid picture of Odin's journey and the eternal struggle to balance order with chaos. The world of Norse mythology is teeming with gods, giants, and creatures, each playing a unique role in the grand tapestry of myth. Amidst this intricate web, trolls stand out as beings of wild power and unpredictable nature. Their interactions with other gods reveal a rich and complex network of relationships that add depth to the mythical landscape. Consider the enigmatic figure of Freya, the goddess of love and fertility, who encounters trolls in tales filled with drama and tension. Freya's beauty and grace often put her in the path of creatures drawn to her power. In one story, a powerful troll king, enamored with Freya, demands her hand in marriage as a price for peace. The tale unfolds with Freya's strength and resilience coming to the fore as she navigates the treacherous demands of the Troll King, showcasing her fierce determination and cleverness. This interaction highlights not only the troll's desire to connect with the divine, but also the inherent danger and complexity of these encounters. The mighty god Baldur, known for his beauty and goodness, also finds himself in the path of trolls. Baldur's tragic fate is deeply intertwined with the actions of Loki, the trickster god. Loki's machinations, which ultimately lead to Baldur's death, involve trolls and giants who play their parts in the larger scheme of betrayal and chaos. The story of Baldur's death and the subsequent events leading to Ragnarok reveals how trolls and giants are not merely antagonists but integral players in the cosmic struggle that shapes the fate of the gods and the world. Another poignant connection exists between trolls and the wise god Njord, associated with the sea and wealth. Njord's domain, which encompasses the seas and the wealth of nature, intersects with the habitats of various sea trolls. These trolls, often depicted as cunning and malevolent beings, challenge Njord's control over the waters. Their interactions are marked by conflict and cunning, underscoring the struggle between the forces of nature and the gods who seek to master them. The tales of Njord and the sea trolls reflect a broader theme of struggle between order and chaos, as the gods attempt to bring harmony to the wild and untamed aspects of the world. The presence of trolls in the myths of gods like Tyr, the god of justice and war, further illuminates their significance. Tyr's tales of bravery and sacrifice often involve confrontations with chaotic forces, including trolls. These encounters are not just battles of strength, but also symbolic struggles representing the broader fight between justice and chaos. Tyr's interactions with trolls showcase the challenges faced by gods who strive to uphold order and fairness in a world fraught with danger and disorder. The interactions between trolls and other gods reveal a profound mythological significance. Trolls, with their raw power and untamed nature, represent the chaotic forces that threaten the stability of the world. Their encounters with gods like Odin, Freya, Balder, and Njord highlight the perpetual struggle between the divine and the chaotic, a central theme in Norse mythology. These stories serve as a powerful reminder of the ongoing battle to maintain order in a world where darkness and disorder are ever present. In each tale, the trolls are not just adversaries but also reflections of the world's untamed forces. Their presence challenges the gods and adds depth to the myths, illustrating the complex interplay between order and chaos. The struggles and conflicts between the gods and trolls are not merely physical battles but also symbolic representations of the eternal fight to bring harmony to a world filled with wild and unpredictable elements. Through their interactions with other gods, trolls become integral to the mythological narrative, shaping the stories and themes that define Norse mythology. Their presence adds a layer of drama and emotion to the tales, highlighting the complexities of the divine and the chaotic. These myths, rich with symbolism and profound truths, offer a glimpse into the timeless struggle between order and chaos that defines the world of Norse mythology. In the misty fjords and dense forests of Scandinavia, trolls have cast long, haunting shadows across the land, their stories shaping the culture and folklore of the region. These creatures, varied in form and temperament, have been a part of Scandinavian life for centuries, each region adding its own unique flavor to the tales. In the rugged highlands of Norway, trolls are often depicted as towering beings, their appearance reflecting the wild and untamed nature of the landscape. Picture a vast, craggy mountain where ancient trolls, with their enormous hands and twisted features, dwell in the shadows. These trolls are feared and revered, their presence a constant reminder of the raw power of nature. Legends tell of trolls who live in isolated caves, their voices echoing through the valleys as they sing haunting songs that speak of olden times and forgotten magic. These Norwegian trolls are not just creatures of terror but also guardians of the land, their stories intertwined with the natural features of the mountains. Tales of trolls who turn to stone when exposed to sunlight are common, symbolizing the eternal struggle between the wild, chaotic forces of nature and the order brought by the light. Such stories are deeply embedded in the local culture, shaping the way people view their surroundings and their relationship with the natural world. In Sweden, trolls take on a different form, reflecting the country's diverse landscape. Here, they are often seen as smaller, more cunning creatures that live in the dense forests. These Swedish trolls are known for their mischievous behavior, playing tricks on travelers and farmers. Imagine walking through a dense, mist-covered forest, only to hear the rustle of leaves and catch a glimpse of a small troll darting between the trees. These trolls are not merely malevolent, they embody the unpredictable nature of the forest, blending into the surroundings as part of the natural world's mystery. One popular Swedish tale is that of the Skogsröra, a forest troll who can both aid and deceive those who wander into her domain. This troll, with her enchanting beauty, lures travelers off their path, leading them into danger or helping them find their way depending on her mood. The Skogsröra represents the dual nature of the forest, beautiful yet treacherous, nurturing yet dangerous. These stories underscore the deep connection between the people and the forest, illustrating how the trolls are woven into the fabric of local life. Denmark's trolls, while sharing some traits with their Scandinavian cousins, are often depicted in tales that are more whimsical and less threatening. Danish trolls are frequently portrayed as comedic figures, their antics providing amusement and moral lessons. In Danish folklore, trolls may be found living in picturesque rural settings, their magical abilities bringing both mischief and unexpected help to those who encounter them. These tales often carry a sense of lightheartedness, reflecting the Danish appreciation for humor and simplicity in their folklore. Despite their different appearances and behaviors across regions, trolls and Scandinavian folklore share common threads that tie them together. They are often seen as embodiments of the wild, untamed aspects of nature, representing the unpredictable and often dangerous forces that lie beyond the controlled world of humans. These creatures challenge the boundaries between the known and unknown, making their presence a powerful symbol of the forces that shape and influence the world. The influence of troll stories extends beyond mere entertainment. They have shaped cultural practices and beliefs. For instance, in rural areas, stories of trolls were used to explain natural phenomena and to instill respect for the environment. The belief in trolls encouraged people to be cautious and to approach the natural world with reverence and respect, knowing that the wild could hold both wonder and danger. In Scandinavian art and literature, trolls have inspired countless works, their images and stories becoming emblematic of the region's cultural heritage. From folk tales and songs to contemporary literature and film, trolls continue to capture the imagination of people, their presence a testament to the enduring power of folklore in shaping cultural identity. Tales of trolls in Scandinavian folklore are more than just stories, they are a reflection of the deep connection between people and the natural world. Each region's unique portrayal of trolls reveals how these creatures embody the spirit of the land and the timeless struggle between the known and unknown. Through their varied appearances and behaviors, trolls continue to resonate with audiences, their stories bridging the gap between ancient myth and contemporary culture. In the flickering light of a campfire, shadows dance across the faces of those gathered around, bringing old tales of trolls to life. These creatures, once confined to the ancient forests and wild landscapes of Norse mythology, have leapt from the pages of folklore and the dark corners of myth into the vibrant world of modern media. Today, trolls are not just the stuff of old legends, but have evolved into characters that captivate and terrify a global audience, their stories woven into literature, movies, and popular culture. In literature, trolls have transformed from fearsome beings lurking in the shadows to complex characters with their own stories and struggles. Contemporary authors have breathed new life into these ancient monsters, presenting them in ways that evoke sympathy as well as fear. In some tales, trolls are depicted as misunderstood creatures, their malevolent actions a response to a world that has shunned or wronged them. These modern interpretations offer a glimpse into the darker aspects of humanity, showing how even the most fearsome beings can be driven by pain and injustice. In fantasy novels, trolls often appear as formidable adversaries, but their roles are not always purely antagonistic. Authors craft intricate worlds where trolls are integral to the plot, their ancient knowledge and hidden powers influencing the fate of heroes and kingdoms. These stories explore themes of redemption, courage, and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. Readers are drawn into the rich, imaginative landscapes where trolls, with their complex motivations and formidable strength, challenge heroes and shape the course of epic adventures. Movies have given trolls a new visual identity, turning them into creatures of breathtaking and sometimes unsettling beauty. In film, trolls range from the grotesque to the fantastical, their appearances reflecting the creative vision of directors and artists. Films like The Troll Hunter from Norway and various animated features showcase trolls as beings of immense power and haunting allure. These films bring to life the trolls' legendary features, whether it's their towering size, fearsome appearance, or magical abilities. The cinematic portrayal of trolls often emphasizes their primal connection to nature, their battles with humans and other beings, and their role as guardians of ancient secrets. In animation, trolls are often depicted with a whimsical touch, catering to younger audiences while maintaining a sense of wonder and magic. Animated films and series present trolls in a more approachable light, with vibrant colors and playful antics that enchant children and families. These depictions often strip away the terror of traditional troll myths, focusing instead on their adventurous and humorous sides. Characters like the friendly trolls from various children's shows offer a softer, more lovable version of these ancient beings, inviting audiences to see them as allies and friends rather than enemies. Trolls also find their place in video games, where they are often portrayed as formidable foes or powerful allies. Games like the Elder Scrolls series and World of Warcraft feature trolls with elaborate backstories and rich lore, allowing players to engage with these mythical beings in interactive and immersive ways. In the gaming world, trolls are given depth and personality, their actions and motivations shaped by player choices and game narratives. This interactive portrayal of trolls allows players to experience firsthand the thrill of encountering these legendary creatures, adding a personal touch to the ancient myths. The influence of trolls extends beyond literature, movies, and games into everyday language and culture. Phrases and references to trolls appear in social media and popular culture, often used metaphorically to describe people who stir trouble or spread discord online. This modern usage reflects the lasting impact of troll mythology, showing how these ancient creatures continue to resonate in contemporary life. Through these various modern depictions, trolls have shed their old skins and taken on new forms, becoming symbols of both fear and fascination. They are no longer just monsters of myth, but complex characters that capture the imagination and reflect the diverse ways people engage with stories of the supernatural. Whether portrayed as fearsome adversaries, misunderstood beings, or whimsical creatures, trolls continue to evolve and inspire, their legacy living on in the rich tapestry of modern media. In the hushed stillness of an art gallery or the captivating strains of a musical piece, the echoes of ancient tales reverberate through the ages, painting and playing out the stories of trolls. From ancient illustrations to modern interpretations, these mythical beings have inspired countless artists and musicians, each capturing their essence in unique and moving ways. Art has long been a canvas for the depiction of trolls, starting from the earliest manuscripts and stone carvings. In the Middle Ages, trolls were often illustrated in grim and fearsome ways, their monstrous features etched into the margins of manuscripts and the walls of churches. These early artworks were not merely decorative, they were warnings and reminders of the dangers lurking just beyond the safety of human settlements. The trolls of these ancient pieces were hulking, misshapen figures, their eyes filled with a malevolent glint that seemed to leap off the page. They were depicted as creatures of chaos and destruction, embodying the fears and uncertainties of a world where the unknown was ever present. As time passed, the portrayal of trolls evolved with the changing tastes and styles of artists. The Romantic period, with its fascination with the sublime and the supernatural, saw trolls depicted as more enigmatic and emotionally charged figures. Artists like John Bauer captured trolls with a haunting beauty, their forms blending into the mystical landscapes of the Scandinavian woods. Bauer's trolls were no longer just frightening creatures, they were part of a larger, dreamlike world where the line between the real and the magical blurred. His illustrations were both enchanting and eerie, evoking a sense of wonder and melancholy that touched the soul. In the 20th and 21st centuries, trolls have continued to inspire artists across various mediums. Contemporary visual art often reimagines trolls with a modern twist, reflecting current social and cultural themes. From surrealist paintings to abstract sculptures, trolls are depicted in ways that challenge traditional notions of beauty and monstrosity. These modern representations explore the duality of trolls as both frightening and fascinating, capturing their complex nature in vibrant colors and bold forms. Music, too, has been profoundly influenced by the mystique of trolls. Traditional Scandinavian folk music often includes tales of trolls, their stories woven into the melodies and rhythms of ancient songs. These musical traditions capture the essence of troll legends, using haunting melodies and intricate rhythms to evoke the mysterious and otherworldly nature of these creatures. The music is not just a reflection of troll lore, but a living part of it, bringing the tales to life with each note and beat. In more recent times, the influence of trolls can be seen in a range of musical genres, from classical compositions to modern rock and electronic music. Composers and musicians draw on the rich tapestry of troll mythology to create pieces that are both evocative and emotionally charged. For example, the music of Edvard Grieg, inspired by Norwegian folk tales, includes pieces like In the Hall of the Mountain King that capture the excitement and danger of encountering trolls. The powerful rhythms and dramatic melodies bring to life the tension and excitement of troll encounters, making the ancient stories resonate with new audiences. The influence of trolls extends to popular music as well, where they are often used metaphorically to represent inner fears and struggles. Songs and albums that explore themes of darkness and transformation frequently draw on troll imagery to evoke a sense of mystery and depth. These modern musical interpretations reflect the lasting impact of troll mythology, showing how these ancient creatures continue to inspire and resonate with contemporary audiences. Visual art and music share a deep connection with troll lore, each capturing different facets of these mythical beings. Art provides a visual representation, bringing trolls to life through color, form, and texture. Music, on the other hand, evokes the emotional and atmospheric aspects of troll stories, using sound to transport listeners to a world of wonder and fear. Together, they offer a rich and multifaceted exploration of troll mythology, preserving its power and mystery while adapting it for new generations to experience and enjoy. In every brushstroke and musical note, the spirit of the troll lives on, bridging the gap between the ancient and the modern. Through art and music, these mythical creatures continue to captivate and inspire, their stories and emotions reaching across time to touch the hearts of those who encounter them. In the shadowy corners of Norse mythology, trolls cast a long and haunting silhouette. They are not just creatures of folklore, they are powerful symbols carrying deep meanings that resonate through time. These ancient beings stand as the embodiment of fears, moral lessons, and the wild forces of nature that the early Norse people grappled with. Trolls represent the primal, untamed elements of the world, a stark contrast to the order and civilization brought by the gods. They are often seen as forces of chaos, challenging the boundaries of human understanding and control. In Norse myths, trolls lurk in the dark recesses of forests and mountains, their presence a reminder of the raw and unpredictable aspects of nature. They are the embodiment of the unknown, a world that is not entirely understood or conquered by human endeavors. Their connection to nature is profound. Trolls are depicted as living in isolated and rugged terrains, deep woods, high mountains, and remote caves. These environments themselves symbolize the wild and untamed aspects of the world, places where human civilization has yet to fully encroach. By inhabiting these areas, trolls represent the wild, the mysterious, and the potentially dangerous forces of nature that exist just beyond the safe confines of human settlements. Their homes are not merely physical locations, but symbolic spaces where the natural world's chaotic and uncontrollable elements reside. The stories of trolls often reflect the tension between the human world and the natural one. They are frequently portrayed as antagonists in myths, embodying the challenges and dangers that the gods and heroes must overcome. These narratives are not just about physical battles, but are deeply symbolic of the struggle between order and chaos, civilization and wilderness. Trolls are the embodiment of the darker aspects of nature, the fears and uncertainties that arise when confronting the unknown. In Norse mythology, trolls are not just monsters, but also symbols of the human struggle against the primal forces of nature. They challenge the gods and heroes, representing the obstacles and dangers that must be faced to achieve growth, understanding, and progress. The conflicts between trolls and the gods often mirror the internal struggles that individuals face in their own lives, grappling with fears, uncertainties, and the wild forces within and around them. Trolls also serve as a moral and cautionary symbol. Their often malevolent nature and the dangers they pose can be seen as reflections of the consequences of straying from the path of order and morality. In some tales, trolls are depicted as beings that defy societal norms and moral expectations, and their defeat by the gods or heroes can be seen as a metaphor for the triumph of order, wisdom, and righteousness over chaos and ignorance. In addition, trolls hold a place in Norse mythology as symbols of transformation and liminality. Their appearance often marks a transition or boundary between different worlds or states of being. They inhabit the spaces between the known and the unknown, the civilized and the wild, and their interactions with gods and humans often signify pivotal moments of change or revelation. Trolls are not static entities, they represent the fluidity of boundaries and the transformative power of encountering the unknown. The interpretation of troll myths reveals a complex tapestry of meaning. While they are often portrayed as fearsome and antagonistic, they also represent the vital forces of nature that are essential to the balance of the world. They are a reminder of the world's inherent unpredictability and the need to respect and understand the forces that lie beyond human control. Trolls embody the ancient Norse understanding of nature as a powerful and unpredictable force, both wondrous and terrifying, that shapes human experience and existence. Through their symbolism, trolls convey deep truths about the human condition and the natural world. They challenge us to confront our fears and uncertainties, to recognize the wild and untamed aspects of our surroundings, and to understand the delicate balance between order and chaos. In their own haunting and enigmatic way, Trolls offer a window into the ancient Norse worldview, reflecting the complexities of nature, morality, and existence that continue to resonate with us today. Beneath the rough exterior of trolls in Norse mythology lies a treasure trove of psychological and cultural meaning that speaks to the core of human experience. These ancient creatures are more than just fearsome beings from folklore. They are profound symbols reflecting our deepest fears, desires, and the uncharted corners of our minds. From a Jungian perspective, trolls are archetypes of the shadow, the part of the psyche that harbors repressed fears, desires, and instincts. Carl Jung, a pioneering psychologist, described the shadow as the darker side of our personality, which we often avoid confronting. Trolls, in this light, become embodiments of these hidden aspects. They live in the dark, untamed parts of the world, mirroring the parts of ourselves we fear or refuse to acknowledge. Their threatening presence and chaotic nature symbolize the internal struggles we face when confronting our own shadows. By engaging with trolls in mythology, we are, in essence, grappling with these inner conflicts and the anxieties that lie beneath our conscious awareness. In psychological terms, trolls can represent the anxieties and fears that arise from the unknown or the uncontrollable. Their menacing presence in myths serves as a metaphor for the fears that arise when faced with life's uncertainties. The trolls' frequent role as antagonists in these stories highlights the human tendency to project our internal fears onto external forces. By confronting these mythical creatures, ancient storytellers provided a means to deal with and process these profound fears, offering a way to navigate the darker aspects of human experience. Culturally, trolls are also powerful symbols of the boundary between the known and the unknown, the civilized and the wild. In ancient Norse culture, the natural world was seen as a source of both life and danger. Trolls personified this dual nature. They are creatures of the wilderness, representing both the beauty and the menace of the untamed world. Their presence in folklore reflects the Norse people's deep connection to and respect for nature's power, as well as their fear of the forces that lie beyond human control. The symbolism of trolls extends beyond the mere physical manifestations in folklore. They represent the cultural anxieties and values of the societies that created these myths. For the Norse people, who lived in a world where nature's power was both a sustainer and a threat, trolls served as a way to embody and explore these fears. Their interactions with gods and heroes in the stories reflect the cultural values of bravery, morality, and the struggle to maintain balance in a world filled with unpredictable forces. Trolls also play a significant role in the way cultures handle moral and existential questions. Their portrayal as creatures that defy societal norms and moral expectations serves as a way to explore the consequences of breaking these boundaries. The stories often involve themes of punishment and redemption, reflecting the moral lessons that were important to ancient cultures. By confronting trolls, characters in these myths face not only physical challenges but also moral and ethical dilemmas, mirroring the struggles people face in their own lives. The emotional impact of trolls in these myths is profound. They evoke a sense of fear and awe, tapping into the primal emotions that connect us to the ancient world. Their stories, filled with conflict and resolution, resonate with our own experiences of confronting the unknown and overcoming personal challenges. The psychological and cultural analysis of trolls reveals that these mythical creatures are not just relics of ancient stories, but are deeply intertwined with the human experience, offering insights into our fears, values, and the ways we make sense of the world around us. Trolls, in their various forms, provide a window into the human psyche and the cultural landscape of the past. They symbolize the complexities of fear and morality, nature and civilization, and the eternal struggle to understand and navigate the world's mysteries. Through their haunting presence in mythology, trolls continue to touch our hearts, reminding us of the timeless human quest to confront our deepest fears and to find meaning in the face of life's uncertainties. In the shadowy corners of ancient Norse tales, trolls emerge as the raw, untamed spirits of the natural world. These mythical beings are more than mere folklore. They are living symbols of the wilderness, embodying the complex relationship between humanity and nature. When we think of trolls, we picture their gnarly, twisted forms, creatures that seem to rise from the very rocks and forests they inhabit. Their appearances are as rugged and formidable as the landscapes they call home. Mountain trolls, with their rough, stone-like skin, blend seamlessly into the craggy terrain, while forest trolls lurk among the dense, tangled undergrowth, their features concealed by the foliage. Water trolls, with their slippery, scaly forms, are inseparable from the lakes and rivers they haunt. This profound connection between trolls and their natural habitats reflects ancient peoples' reverence and fear of the untamed environment. Trolls are not simply creatures that inhabit these spaces, they are seen as the embodiment of the natural forces that shape and influence these landscapes. They represent the primal power of nature, power that can be both nurturing and destructive. Trolls symbolize the wild, unpredictable elements of the natural world. They remind us of nature's dual character, its beauty and bounty, but also its capacity for danger and destruction. In these stories, trolls often personify the uncontrollable aspects of nature. They are forces that defy human efforts to tame or predict the natural world. By confronting these creatures, ancient storytellers gave shape to their fears and respect for nature's power. The ecological symbolism of trolls extends to the lessons they impart about the natural world. These myths suggest that the environment is a living, breathing entity that demands respect and understanding. Trolls, as embodiments of nature's untamed elements, serve as reminders of the balance necessary to coexist with the natural world. They highlight the importance of respecting boundaries and acknowledging the force of nature, rather than trying to dominate it. In many stories, trolls' interactions with humans are marked by conflict, illustrating the challenges of living in harmony with nature. Trolls often represent obstacles or threats, reflecting the struggles humans face when encroaching on wild spaces. Yet, these encounters also carry a deeper message about the need for respect and caution. Trolls remind us that while nature can be a source of sustenance and beauty, it also holds great power that can quickly turn against us if we are not careful. Trolls' stories often contain moral lessons about the environment. For example, trolls who live in the mountains might guard treasures or protect sacred sites, symbolizing the idea that certain natural places should be preserved and respected. Forest trolls who trick or mislead travelers might represent the dangers of straying from the path or failing to heed nature's warnings. These tales, while entertaining, also carry a serious message about the need to live in harmony with the environment. The bond between trolls and their habitats reflects a deep, almost spiritual connection to the land. In the myths, trolls are not just creatures of the wilderness, they are an integral part of it. Their existence is intertwined with the land's character, from the rocky outcrops they hide into the dark forests they haunt. This connection suggests an ancient understanding of nature as a powerful, living force, one that is both beautiful and formidable. Trolls also highlight the ways in which humans perceive and interpret the natural world. They are a manifestation of the unknown and the mysterious aspects of nature. When people of the past encountered the wild, untamed spaces, they populated these areas with mythical beings like trolls to make sense of their experiences. These stories help to explain and cope with the dangers and wonders of the natural world, turning the fearsome and unfamiliar into something tangible and understandable. The ecological symbolism of trolls endures as a reminder of our ongoing relationship with nature. In modern times, as we face environmental challenges, the ancient stories of trolls remind us of the need to respect and protect the natural world. These myths, while rooted in ancient cultures, speak to contemporary concerns about the environment. They urge us to recognize the power of nature and to approach it with the same respect and caution that the ancient Norse people did. In every story of trolls, there lies a deep connection to the land and an enduring message about our place within it. Trolls are not just ancient legends, they are powerful symbols of nature's unbridled force and our complex relationship with the environment. Their stories remind us that nature is both a provider and a challenger, and that true harmony comes from understanding and respecting the wild, untamed aspects of the world. Imagine a world where the very elements of nature come to life, where earth, water, fire, and air are not just forces, but living beings. In this world, trolls are the embodiments of these primal elements, weaving their existence into the fabric of nature itself. Their connection to the elements is not merely symbolic, it is visceral, rooted deeply in ancient mythologies that speak to the power and mystery of the natural world. Trolls tied to the earth are rugged and formidable, their very forms mirroring the landscapes they inhabit. These mountain trolls are as unyielding as the rocks they live among, their bodies often appearing as if they are sculpted from the very stones of the mountains. Their presence signifies the raw, untamed force of the earth, both its strength and its capacity for change. The mountains, with their ancient, weathered faces, hold secrets and stories of the earth's past, and trolls serve as their custodians, guarding these secrets with fierce determination. Water trolls, in contrast, glide through the rivers, lakes, and oceans with a fluid grace that speaks to the ever-changing nature of water. These creatures are slippery and elusive, their forms often reflecting the shimmering surface of the water they inhabit. They symbolize the unpredictable and often treacherous aspects of water, its ability to nurture life but also to sweep it away in a torrent. The stories of water trolls often involve them manipulating currents or controlling tides, highlighting their deep connection to the life-giving yet perilous nature of water. Fire trolls, though less common, embody the fierce and consuming power of flames. They are creatures of intense heat and passion, their forms flickering and shifting like the flames they represent. These trolls are often depicted as destructive forces, capable of wreaking havoc with their fiery tempers. Their stories are filled with dramatic confrontations and fiery battles, illustrating the dangerous beauty of fire, the way it can both create and destroy, bringing warmth and devastation in equal measure. Air trolls, ethereal and elusive, are tied to the winds and storms. Their forms are less defined, often merging with the mists and gusts that sweep across the land. These trolls represent the unseen, unpredictable nature of the air. They are the tempests that sweep through valleys, the gentle breezes that rustle leaves, and the storm clouds that darken the sky. Their presence in myths often brings about sudden, unpredictable changes, reflecting the uncontrollable and dynamic nature of the air. Each type of troll embodies the essence of their respective element, representing the profound connection between these mythical beings and the natural world. The elements are not merely backgrounds for their stories, they are integral to the troll's very existence. Through these elemental trolls, ancient mythologies illustrate the complex and often dangerous relationship between humanity and nature. In these stories, trolls act as both protectors and adversaries. They guard the secrets of their domains with a fierce loyalty, representing the sacredness of the natural world. Yet, they also challenge those who dare to venture into their realms, serving as reminders of the dangers inherent in tampering with the forces of nature. This dual role underscores the respect and caution that ancient cultures felt toward the natural world, a world that could be both nurturing and destructive. The significance of trolls connected to the elements is deeply woven into the fabric of mythological narratives. They serve as powerful symbols of nature's unpredictable and often overwhelming forces. By embodying these elements, trolls become more than just mythical creatures, they are manifestations of the primal power that shapes the world. Their stories remind us of the delicate balance between humanity and the natural world, and the respect that must be given to the forces that lie beyond our control. Trolls and the elements reveal a profound truth about the natural world. It is a living, breathing entity that exists in a delicate balance. Each element, with its own characteristics and powers, contributes to the complex tapestry of nature. Trolls, as embodiments of these elements, highlight the interconnectedness of the natural world and the respect that it commands. Their stories, filled with drama and danger, remind us of the awe-inspiring power of nature and our place within it. Imagine a time when ancient myths and modern minds meet, blending old stories with new ideas. In today's world, scholars and researchers approach trolls with a fresh perspective, studying these mythical creatures through the lens of contemporary theories. Their work reveals how trolls have evolved and what they can tell us about ourselves and our society. Academic studies of trolls often start with an exploration of their roots in folklore and mythology. Traditionally, trolls were seen as fearsome beings connected to nature's wild and untamed aspects. They lived in remote areas like mountains and forests, embodying the raw and unpredictable elements of the world. In academic circles, these early portrayals are examined to understand how cultures used trolls to explain and manage their fears and the unknown. Modern scholars explore how trolls reflect the values and anxieties of the societies that created them. For instance, trolls often symbolize the struggle between human civilization and the natural world. This struggle is a way for people to understand their relationship with nature, both its beauty and its potential dangers. Trolls, with their menacing presence and connection to untamed landscapes, represent the forces that lie beyond human control and comprehension. Researchers also analyze the roles trolls play in various myths and legends. Some see trolls as guardians of ancient knowledge, living in places where secrets are hidden. Others view them as agents of chaos, challenging heroes and disrupting the order of the world. This duality reflects a deep cultural tension, the desire to control nature while also acknowledging its power and unpredictability. By studying these roles, scholars gain insights into how different cultures have grappled with the forces of nature and the unknown. Contemporary studies also look at how trolls are used in modern media and literature. In recent years, trolls have reappeared in books, films, and television shows, often transformed into more complex characters. No longer just fearsome monsters, modern trolls are sometimes portrayed with a depth that reflects contemporary issues and concerns. They can symbolize anything from environmental threats to social and political challenges. This shift demonstrates how myths can adapt to address the changing values and fears of modern society. Scholars are also interested in how these modern depictions affect our understanding of trolls. For example, in some contemporary works, trolls are depicted as misunderstood beings, struggling against a world that doesn't understand them. This portrayal can evoke sympathy and highlight themes of isolation and alienation. By examining these modern stories, researchers explore how ancient myths continue to evolve and resonate with new audiences. In addition to examining individual portrayals, scholars investigate the broader impact of trolls on contemporary culture. Trolls, as symbols of the unknown and the wild, play a role in discussions about environmentalism and the impact of human activity on nature. They serve as reminders of the consequences of disrupting natural balances and the importance of respecting the natural world. This cultural significance underscores the enduring relevance of ancient myths in addressing modern issues. Academic perspectives also include psychological and symbolic interpretations. Some theories suggest that trolls embody collective fears and anxieties, acting as a way for individuals and societies to confront and process these emotions. By studying trolls through psychological lenses, researchers gain insights into the ways in which myths help people navigate their inner worlds and societal pressures. In the realm of cultural studies, trolls are examined for their role in shaping and reflecting cultural identities. Different cultures have their own versions of trolls and similar beings, each with unique characteristics and roles. By comparing these various representations, scholars explore how different societies understand and relate to the concept of the troll. This comparative analysis reveals the diverse ways in which myths can shape cultural narratives and identities. The study of trolls in contemporary mythology also involves examining how these creatures function within the larger framework of mythological studies. Trolls, as part of a broader mythological landscape, interact with other mythical beings and stories. Researchers explore how these interactions influence and shape the portrayal of trolls, providing a richer understanding of their role in the mythological world. Through these academic perspectives and theories, the study of trolls offers valuable insights into human nature, culture, and the natural world. It reveals how ancient myths continue to resonate and adapt, reflecting and addressing the concerns and values of modern society. Trolls, once simple creatures of folklore, have become symbols of deeper truths and enduring questions, bridging the gap between the past and the present. Picture a dark forest, its shadows whispering secrets of ancient times. Trolls, with their fearsome and wild presence, belong to a world where every rustling leaf and crumbling stone holds a story. Yet, they are not alone in the tapestry of mythology. Across cultures and continents, similar creatures tread the line between the known and the unknown, each reflecting the fears, values, and imaginations of their people. By exploring these creatures, we uncover the shared fears and hopes that bind human stories together. In Scandinavian folklore, trolls are often depicted as monstrous beings dwelling in remote mountains or forests, their lives entangled with nature's raw power. But if you travel east to the vast lands of Japan, you'll find the Tengu, supernatural beings known for their fierce appearance and skills in martial arts. Tengu are believed to dwell in mountains and forests, much like trolls, and they share a wild, unpredictable nature. Their stories often revolve around their conflicts with humans, reflecting similar themes of nature's unpredictability and the challenge of understanding the unknown. Journeying south to the rich landscapes of Africa, one might encounter the Tokolosh, a mischievous spirit from Zulu mythology. The Tokolosh is said to be a small, hairy creature that can become invisible and cause harm to people. This resemblance to trolls, and their trickster behavior and their role as agents of mischief and fear, highlights a shared archetype, beings that dwell in hidden realms and act as symbols of nature's darker, uncontrollable aspects. Crossing the Atlantic to the Americas, you meet the Shineks or Aluxes in Maya and Mexican folklore. These small forest spirits are similar to trolls in their mischievousness and their connection to nature. They are believed to guard the forest and play tricks on those who venture too far into their domain. The role of these beings in protecting nature and maintaining its balance echoes the themes found in Scandinavian troll legends, illustrating how different cultures use similar beings to express their relationship with the natural world. In the Celtic myths of the British Isles, the fairies or Sidhi have their own form of resemblance to trolls. These beings, often seen as magical and enigmatic, are believed to live in mounds or remote places, much like trolls. While fairies are typically portrayed with a more benevolent side compared to the often malevolent trolls, they still embody the sense of otherness and mystery associated with creatures that inhabit the liminal spaces of the natural world. In ancient Greece, the satyrs and fauns offer another fascinating comparison. These half-human, half-goat creatures are known for their wild behavior and their deep connection to nature. While they are generally more playful and less menacing than trolls, they share the theme of beings that exist at the boundary between civilization and the untamed wilderness. Their stories often reflect the tension between human order and the chaotic forces of nature, mirroring the struggles found in tales of trolls. Traveling to the myths of the Near East, the jinn from Arabian folklore present another parallel. These supernatural beings, which can be benevolent or malevolent, often inhabit remote or hidden places. Their ability to shapeshift and influence human affairs carries a sense of unpredictability similar to that of trolls. Jinn, like trolls, act as a bridge between the known world and the mysteries lurking just beyond the edges of human understanding. As we compare these creatures from around the world, a striking pattern emerges. Each one, whether a troll, Tengu, Tokolosh, or Jinn, embodies the same fundamental themes: the power of nature, the unpredictability of the unknown, and the fear and fascination of encountering something beyond the ordinary. These beings often dwell in remote places and challenge human expectations, serving as reminders of the limits of human control and the mysteries that lie just beyond the horizon. The similarities among these creatures reflect a universal human experience. Across cultures and ages, people have crafted stories about beings that dwell in the shadows, embodying their deepest fears and their hopes for understanding the unknown. These tales serve not only to entertain but also to provide insight into how different societies grapple with the mysteries of existence. In every myth and legend, trolls and their counterparts offer a window into the soul of humanity's struggle with nature and the unknown. They remind us that, despite our differences, we share a common thread of curiosity and awe about the world around us. The stories of these creatures, from Scandinavian trolls to Japanese Tengu, from African Tokoloshes to Greek satyrs, speak to a universal fascination with the wild and mysterious forces that shape our lives. In the shadowy corners of our imagination, trolls have been lurking for centuries, their stories evolving as they whisper through the ages. These creatures, once embodiments of the raw and untamed forces of nature, have shifted with the times, reflecting the fears, hopes, and values of different eras. Long ago, in the icy vastness of ancient Scandinavia, trolls were monstrous and fearsome beings, their presence a constant reminder of nature's untamable power. These early trolls were often depicted as brutish giants, dwelling in the rugged mountains and dark forests. Their tales were woven with threads of danger and dread, serving as a cautionary reminder of the wild, unpredictable world outside the safety of human settlements. They were creatures of pure menace, their actions driven by primal instincts and a deep connection to the earth's raw power. As the centuries passed and the Viking Age gave way to the Middle Ages, the image of trolls began to shift. In medieval sagas and stories, trolls became more than mere monsters. They transformed into symbols of the unknown and the chaotic forces that lurk just beyond the edges of civilization. These tales began to feature trolls in more nuanced roles. They were no longer just brutish antagonists, but also complex figures embodying the fears of a world that was slowly being tamed and understood. Trolls started to appear in stories where they were not just threats, but also sources of wisdom or mischief, reflecting a growing sense of the intricate relationship between humanity and the natural world. The arrival of the Renaissance and the Age of Enlightenment brought with it a new perspective on trolls. As scientific understanding began to shape the worldview, the once terrifying trolls started to be seen through a different lens. They became less about primal fear and more about the strange and the fantastical. The stories of trolls began to intertwine with fairy tales and folklore, their monstrous traits softened into the whimsical and the curious. They were no longer just embodiments of nature's fury, but also characters of enchantment and intrigue. The troll's role in these stories often involved tests of bravery or cleverness, marking a shift from fear to fascination. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, as Romanticism took hold, trolls began to be depicted with a sense of tragic grandeur. Writers and artists of this period often portrayed trolls as beings of great power and sorrow, reflecting the romantic ideal of the misunderstood and tragic figure. These modern trolls were less about physical threat and more about emotional depth and the struggle against fate. Their stories began to explore themes of alienation and existential dread, painting trolls not only as creatures of fear, but also as symbols of humanity's own struggles with its place in the world. As we moved into the 20th century and beyond, the portrayal of trolls continued to evolve, embracing the changing cultural landscape. In contemporary literature and media, trolls have taken on a variety of new forms. They have been reimagined in fantasy novels, films, and even video games, often depicted with a mix of humor and heroism. Modern trolls are sometimes fearsome monsters, but more frequently quirky characters with their own motivations and personalities. They have become part of a broader fantasy genre that plays with traditional ideas, often blending elements of the old with the new to create stories that resonate with today's audiences. This evolution reflects more than just changing tastes, it mirrors the shifting ways in which we view ourselves and the world around us. From the terrifying giants of ancient tales to the tragic figures of the Romantic era, and now to the diverse and complex characters in modern media, trolls have been transformed by our changing understanding of fear, nature, and the unknown. Their stories have adapted to fit the values and concerns of each era, reflecting our own growth and the way we grapple with the mysteries of existence. Through every transformation, trolls have remained a powerful symbol of the unknown, embodying the fears and curiosities that define the human experience. Their evolution tells a story of how our relationship with the natural world and the mysteries it holds has changed over time. From fearsome monsters to misunderstood beings, trolls continue to captivate our imaginations, reminding us of the ever-changing nature of our own fears and hopes. In the stillness of the forest, where the shadows stretch long and the mist curls around the trees, whispers of trolls still linger in the air. These are not just ancient legends, but modern tales that send shivers down the spine and spark a sense of awe and wonder. Across the world, there have been reports and anecdotes about encounters with these mythical beings, each story adding a new layer to the tapestry of troll lore. One chilling account comes from a remote village in Norway, nestled among towering mountains and ancient forests. The locals speak of a night when the ground trembled and a guttural roar echoed through the valley. A group of hikers, lost and weary, found themselves facing a towering figure with eyes that glowed like embers. The creature was described as having the rugged appearance of an old tree, its skin as rough as bark and its presence as imposing as the mountains themselves. The hikers, frozen with fear, could only watch as the figure vanished into the night, leaving behind only the whispering wind and the lingering scent of earth and moss. Their tale is a haunting reminder of the primal fears that still reside in the darkest corners of our imaginations. Another unsettling report comes from Scotland, where a young couple camping near a loch experienced something that defies explanation. They awoke in the dead of night to find their tent shaking violently. Peering outside, they saw a massive shadow moving among the trees, its form shifting and contorting like smoke. The shadow seemed to dance with the wind, its movements both graceful and menacing. When the couple tried to investigate, they found only broken branches and deep footprints, as if something enormous had passed through. They left the campsite with a sense of dread, their once serene retreat now forever tainted by the unknown presence they had glimpsed. In the heart of Sweden, a fisherman's tale adds another eerie thread to the fabric of modern troll sightings. While fishing alone on a remote lake, he saw a large, shadowy figure emerge from the water, moving with a slow, deliberate grace. The figure seemed to rise from the depths, its eyes reflecting a cold, otherworldly light. The fisherman, gripped by an inexplicable fear, dropped his fishing rod and fled, leaving his boat and gear behind. The lake was quiet again, but the fisherman's story lives on, a chilling reminder of the ancient creatures that might still dwell beneath the surface of our world. Even urban areas are not immune to these stories. In Reykjavik, Iceland, a group of friends driving late at night reported seeing a large, distorted figure on the roadside. They described it as having a grotesque, humanoid form, with long, tangled hair and a face twisted in a snarl. As they approached, the figure seemed to melt into the darkness, leaving only the sound of distant laughter and the echo of footsteps that seemed to follow them. The friends returned home shaken, their ordinary night transformed into a surreal encounter with the unknown. These modern-day sightings are not just isolated incidents, they reflect a deep-seated connection between humanity and the mysteries of the natural world. Whether through eerie encounters in remote forests or unsettling experiences in urban settings, these tales echo the ancient fears and wonders that have shaped our myths and legends. They remind us that, despite our advances and the passage of time, the line between the known and the unknown remains as thin and fragile as ever. Each story of a troll sighting is more than just a tale of the supernatural, it's a reflection of our ongoing struggle to understand and confront the mysteries that lie beyond our comprehension. These encounters tap into our deepest fears and our most profound sense of wonder, bridging the gap between ancient myths and modern experiences. They challenge us to consider that the world is still full of surprises, and that some of the old stories might still hold a kernel of truth. The emotional impact of these sightings cannot be overstated. They touch something primal within us, evoking a sense of awe and fear that transcends time and culture. They remind us of the stories we were told as children, of the creatures that lurked in the dark, and of the primal instinct to look over our shoulders as we walk alone at night. They connect us to a deeper, more mysterious part of our history, where the line between reality and myth is blurred and the echoes of ancient fears still resonate. In the end, modern-day troll sightings are more than just curious anecdotes. They are a testament to the enduring power of myth and the human need to find meaning in the unknown. They keep the ancient tales alive, weaving them into the fabric of our contemporary lives, and reminding us that some mysteries are meant to remain just out of reach, shrouded in the darkness of the forests and the depths of our imagination. On a moonlit night in a small village tucked away in the mountains, a young woman named Freya stood frozen in her tracks. Her heart pounded as she stared at the twisted form before her. The creature had emerged from the dense woods, its silhouette monstrous and indistinct. It moved with an eerie, lumbering grace, its eyes glowing like embers in the dark. Freya had ventured into the forest to gather herbs, but she had never expected to come face to face with something from her grandmother's old stories. As she backed away slowly, her breath quickened and her pulse raced. The creature, like something from a nightmare, disappeared as suddenly as it had appeared. Freya's encounter left her shaken but certain of one thing: the trolls of old were not just tales told to frighten children. In the rugged hills of Wales, a man named Gareth recounted a night he would never forget. He had been camping with friends near an ancient stone circle, a place steeped in local legend. As darkness fell, strange noises began to surround their campsite. The sounds were like grunts and heavy footsteps, accompanied by a peculiar, putrid smell. Gareth and his friends dismissed it as the wind or wild animals until they saw the shadows moving around their campfire. One figure, larger and more grotesque than any animal they had ever seen, seemed to loom just beyond the edge of the fire's light. Gareth felt his heart race as he looked into the creature's eyes, seeing a glimmer of something ancient and malevolent. The fear was palpable, and the friends fled in terror, leaving their campsite behind. The tale of that night, retold in hushed tones, speaks of a presence that could only be a troll. A chilling account from a small town in Norway adds another piece to the puzzle. A local fisherman named Lars had been out on the fjord, casting his line in the early hours of the morning. The mist lay thick on the water, and the world seemed to be holding its breath. Suddenly, Lars saw a dark figure rising from the depths of the fjord, moving with an unnatural speed. The figure's massive form was cloaked in shadow, its features indistinguishable but clearly menacing. Lars's boat rocked violently as if some unseen force was trying to drag him into the icy water. In a desperate bid for safety, Lars rowed back to shore, his heart racing and his hands trembling. He told no one at first, afraid that his story would be dismissed as a product of his imagination. Yet, the terror he felt that night remained with him, a haunting reminder of a close encounter with something far older and more terrifying than anything he could understand. On a foggy evening in the Scottish Highlands, a young couple named Fiona and Ewan experienced a night that turned their world upside down. They were on a romantic getaway, enjoying the serene beauty of the landscape when they noticed a figure moving through the mist. At first, they thought it was a person, but as the figure drew closer, it became clear that it was something else entirely. The creature was huge, with a twisted, hunched form and eyes that seemed to pierce through the fog. Fiona and Ewan were paralyzed with fear as the figure came closer, its heavy footsteps echoing in the stillness. They could only watch in horror as it disappeared into the mist, leaving them alone with their racing hearts and the eerie silence that followed. Their story, shared with friends and family, became a chilling tale of a real-life encounter with a troll. In a remote corner of Iceland, an elderly woman named Ingrid shared a story from her youth. She had been walking home from a nearby village when she saw something strange in the distance. A large, shadowy figure was perched on a hill, watching her with eyes that glowed like fiery coals. Ingrid felt a shiver run down her spine as she realized the figure was not a person but something far more sinister. Her grandmother's warnings about trolls flashed through her mind, and she quickened her pace, her heart pounding. The figure remained still, but Ingrid could feel its gaze on her as she hurried home. When she told her family, they dismissed it as a trick of the light, but Ingrid knew what she had seen. The memory of that night stayed with her, a reminder that some legends might hold a grain of truth. These personal narratives paint a vivid picture of the fear and wonder that trolls continue to evoke. Each story is a testament to the enduring power of myth and the way it can manifest in the lives of ordinary people. Whether through shadowy figures in the fog or monstrous shapes in the dark, these encounters remind us that the line between reality and myth is thinner than we might like to believe. As these stories spread, they weave a tapestry of terror and awe, linking the ancient legends to the modern world in ways that are both haunting and deeply moving. The forest whispers secrets through the rustling leaves, and the mountains hold stories in their rugged shadows. For centuries, trolls have been more than mere figures in old tales. They have been symbols of fear and wonder, embodying the unknown and the untamed aspects of the natural world. From the ancient Norse sagas to the quiet corners of Scandinavian folklore, trolls have left an indelible mark on our culture and mythology. In every corner of the old world, trolls have cast their long shadows. These beings, often portrayed as monstrous and threatening, carry with them the essence of primal fear and mystery. Their presence in folklore has served to warn of dangers hidden in the wild, to explain the inexplicable, and to embody the chaotic forces that lurk beyond the safety of the known world. They are the embodiment of nature's dark side, a reminder of the world's raw and untamed power. As stories of trolls have passed from generation to generation, they have evolved but never disappeared. They have crept into our literature, not as mere relics of the past, but as enduring symbols that continue to captivate our imagination. From the grim figures of Norse mythology to the more whimsical creatures in modern fairy tales, trolls have adapted to our changing world while retaining their essential qualities. In literature, trolls are often depicted as both menacing and misunderstood. They are the antagonists of heroic sagas and the subjects of dark fairy tales. Yet, these creatures also serve as metaphors for inner struggles and societal fears. Their monstrous forms and fearsome abilities are not just for fright, they are a way to explore themes of courage, resilience, and the human condition. Each story carries echoes of the troll's ancient origins while weaving them into new narratives that resonate with contemporary audiences. In art and culture, trolls have been portrayed with vivid imagination and creativity. Artists have brought these mythical beings to life, capturing their grotesque beauty and primal strength. From the haunting illustrations in medieval manuscripts to the fantastical depictions in modern media, trolls continue to fascinate and inspire. Their image is often used to evoke a sense of the mystical and the eerie, tapping into a shared cultural consciousness that links us to our ancestors' fears and hopes. The enduring legacy of trolls also reflects our ongoing relationship with nature. These beings are intrinsically tied to the landscapes they inhabit: dark forests, craggy mountains, and misty moors. They remind us of the raw and unpredictable aspects of nature, representing the power and mystery that lies beyond our control. In a world where the natural environment is increasingly tamed and understood, trolls serve as a reminder of the wild and untamed forces that still shape our lives and landscapes. As we reflect on the significance of trolls, it becomes clear that they are more than just figures of folklore. They are emblematic of the human struggle to make sense of the world and to confront the unknown. Their stories are a testament to our enduring fascination with the mysterious and the monstrous, a reflection of our fears and our desires to overcome them. The trolls of old may have been fearsome creatures of legend, but their impact on our culture and imagination is a reminder of the power of myth to shape our understanding of the world. Through every retelling and reinterpretation, trolls have remained a powerful symbol of the dark and the enigmatic. Their legacy is woven into the fabric of our cultural and mythological landscape, a testament to their ability to captivate and challenge us. Whether in ancient tales or modern stories, trolls continue to evoke a sense of awe and terror, reminding us of the primal forces that lie just beyond the edge of our understanding.